What's going on, ladies and gents? Happy BTL Thursday, episode 408 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Javon, presented by Pickett Sports. If you're not tracking your bets on Pickett Sports, grow up. What are you waiting for? Go download it. It's free. Use promo code Javon and start tracking your bets and utilizing the best sports betting tool and app out there on the App Store and Google Play. W's Javon, rocking the fresh props.cash hoodie and the Reds hat. Sure.
Of course.
How we feeling on this Thursday morning? We've got a squad ride to celebrate. It was the easiest.
We do. Sure. We do. That was there. So you're feeling good. We got more work to do today.
Sure. Good. So let's go ahead and run that squad ride recap. W's. There we go. Lakers and Jazz over 241 was free. Who in chat tailed that shit? If you didn't, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you not tailing the squad ride every single day? It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Why are you not tailing these? They are 22, 8, and 2 in the new year. 22, 8, and 2. That's pretty fucking good, if I could say so myself. So, Javon, great play yesterday. Chat, great vote. Okay, you guys picked it. We just alley-ooped you guys the plays. Good work. All right, let's go ahead and pivot over to the Sharp Report. Let's check out this puppy. Both went 3 and 2. Ain't no problems. Not going to complain, but nothing to write home about either as we get some sub-bangs from Coastal KC. We got Flynn, 3415 coming in hot. Let's muck. Yes, sir. 16 months. Love to see that. Holy Howitzers coming in hot. Resubbing. I'm here for the whale piece. Love the BTL boys. W Holy Howitzers. Love to see that. We got Lockmith coming in hot. Resubbing. We got Ron Mucked Clam and resubbing as well. Sure. Ladies and gents, the hype train is on the move. All right. Join us. Drop a sub for the people. If you're cashing on the squad ride, you're feeling generous today. It's good karma and good vibes for the gambling gods. I like when you guys sub. Okay. Perez is him. Yep. It was never fading Jose Perez. He looked like LeBron last night. So it is what it is. Krabs, how did the UNLV game go under so sweaty? I don't know. That game was insane. Fresno fought to the last fucking whistle. I love that team. It's impressive to watch a squad like that hang around during a time like NIL. So they home grow. They, have a lot of veterans on that team. They don't hit the portal as hard as most. I love watching the Fresno State Bulldogs fucking fight. Okay, and they almost got one last night. They kept it close, and that game went under. Yeah, they scored like 5 points in the last 4 minutes. Absolutely insane. Javon, what else from your sheet here? Anything to point out? 3 and 2 though. We can't complain.
Yeah, Arkansas sucks. That's the main point. I'm going to continue to fade them, even in spots where it might seem like they're the sharp side. They're just ass. That locker room is not together right now. I don't know what the deal is there, whether the rumors are true or whatever. There's something going on. They're terrible. Tennessee smacked the fuck out of them. So I'll continue doing that. I will continue betting overs that continue to move up when the best player in the game is ruled out. And I will continue betting Kashawn Pryor against small teams because he is literally Shaq. So that's what I learned.
Sure. W's. I get Providence vibes at the end of last season when I'm watching this Arkansas team right now. They're checked out. Their coach doesn't want to be there. He's looking for a new job. The players don't want to be there. There's something going on in that locker room, and it is toxic as heck. Too much talent on that team to be losing all these games, and not only just losing, but getting absolutely destroyed. It doesn't make any sense. There's got to be something going on, and we'll leave it at that. But yeah, Tennessee at -8.5, free as they get. Javon. Queens, not free. Okay. Unfortunately, their second best scorer was ruled out before the game. Hate to see that. They never had a fucking chance, and their defense was absolutely reeling that whole game. But Clemson and Detroit Mercy moneyline parlay smacked. Sure. Clemson pulled away late. That game was weird, but they pulled away. And then Detroit Mercy, shout out the boys, getting their first win of the season. We even saw our guy, electric court storm here. W tweet from the Book It Boys. On Book It HQ. Electric finish here. The crowd is going absolutely bonkers, Javon. Can't you tell that they really needed this one? The crowd just going absolutely nuts, losing their minds as Detroit Mercy gets their first win this season.
The one guy court storming too?
I need confirmation that if Riley Brash court stormed or not.
Oh, he was there. I don't know if he court stormed.
And when I first saw that clip, I was like, that's got to be Riley Brash. But I don't think it's him.
I don't think it was him, but we know he was there, boots on ground, which is fucking unbelievable. There to see an absolute legacy first win of the season. I think Antoine Davis even tweeted out about it last night, saying our boys finally got one.
Hilarious.
Sure. Here we go. Hey, them boys at Mercy got one. He's like crying. Let's fucking go, Antoine. Let's go, Beast. Hope you're doing well in the G League. All right, we need to see you in the fucking NBA soon, brother. Your team could definitely use your help this season because they are moose shit. I'm the guy who was right in the hoodie and ball cap before he storms LMAO. Can we pull that back up, Goots, real quick? That's such a geek. Let's see if we can find that guy, Riley Brass. He does know ball. Let's look to the right and see if we see a guy in a hoodie down there. Oh,
There he goes.
is that him down there?
Yeah, by the scoreboard.
Sure.
I peeped.
Sure. Let's fucking go, Riley. W's. That's fucking awesome. I wish I could teleport and go to that game and then teleport immediately home. So I'm not still in Detroit there. But we got an Anth V coming in hot, resubbing for 13 months. Let's go, Beast. Baker's dozen. Sure he can. But yes, Riley Brass knows ball, and Riley Brass was there, boots on ground, for the Detroit Mercy first win of the season, and the crowd goes wild. Sure. Awesome. Let's talk real quick about these Prize Picks entries. God damn it. We had 2 pushes and an out. Double push and an out, which was really weird. It is what it is. Jose Perez, absolute cake. Should not have faded him. He probably saw my tweet. But Clarkson pushed, Ndongo pushed, and Perez lost. Let's go to the B team really quick and showcase this puppy. Your guy Pryor cashed. I think Badgley did. And then, of course, it was BJ Mack who did not get a steal. We got to stop getting cute, and by we, I mean me, on these fucking college basketball weird-looking three-pointer steal squares. They simply just don't hit. If anything, we should just take them and ride the fucking wave.
Sometimes you just got to. You just got to do it. Like,
man.
I think Janai Brim hit 2 last night.
No, he had 4.
He had 4?
4.
Oh, my God. I didn't even see the end of that.
Yeah, 4-piece hold the fry.
I
watched him Jose unders and sneak nuke in the over. Not a bad move, Bert. Not a bad move.
I watched him bang a 3 and I immediately turned it off because I bet that. Immediately turned it off.
Oh. Yep. Cake entries. Javon, maybe we'll be able to craft up some of these. Maybe we'll craft up an A team and a B team towards the end of the show because the slates today are moose. TBD on that. Go chat. If that's something you guys want, if you want us to craft up the A team and B team with your guys' help in chat towards the end, let us know. All right. Rumor has it. I believe Surge Stream is running after us, Javon. So we do not have all the time in the world, but we have plenty of time to craft up some winners. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go, Tiger. Sure. And there's a birdie for Tiger on hole 1. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Tiger might be dialed. I fucking bet. Why do I fade this guy? He's the GOAT. He's the clutchest guy on earth. Why do I fade? Didn't know Marvin Bagley was still in the league. Yes, the Juice is actually one of the best players on the Wizards. Maybe the best player right now on the team.
Tip of advice for everybody: you should start betting Marvin Bagley because he is damn near the only competent big the Wizards have. So he gets a lot of minutes, gets a lot of chances, especially when one of like Kuzma or Poole does not play, which is why we had him in the slip last night, regardless of who they play.
That's facts. And we got to respect Denny. Can we shout him out real quick?
Avdia, 43.
How about
what
it?
The hell?
He's been on a tear recently, Javon. 4 straight 20-plus games. He's really coming into his own. It's been fun to watch. I mean, look, this kid came over from, I forget where he was playing, but he was somewhere overseas. I mean, the kid looked like a 6'10" point guard. He was confident. He was banging threes. He was running the points, like literally as a point guard, but 6'10", absolute fucking beast. And then he comes over here and he's timid as shit. I mean, I get it, right? It's a different league. It's way more physical. These guys are bigger. He's got to learn it as well. But he's just getting better. And I'd say there's 2 positives for the Wizards going on right now, and there's about 100 negatives. But one of the positives is Denny, for sure. Denny Avdia keeps getting better, and this kid is talented. He's going to be a star in the NBA. He just keeps getting better with time. He's still young as heck and still learning how to play in the NBA. And I believe he's the only Jewish player or only guy from Israel active in the league right now. Probably not the only Jewish guy, but only player from Israel active in the NBA, which is pretty fucking cool. So Denny Avdia getting better every day. Denny Avdia, one of the only positives and bright spots of the Wizards. I'd say bright spot number 2 would be our draft pick. He's pretty fucking good as well. And it's good to see him starting and playing like a bucket too. So Wizards, not much positives going on right now. Got to be thankful for what we have. And I guess one of those good things is Denny.
Yeah, he's
sad,
so good. So good.
He is good.
I don't think those jerseys get enough love either.
Those jerseys are fire. I agree.
Right.
Those jerseys are, I think they're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
100%. I don't think they still wear those anymore, do they?
I don't think so either, but
I think
don't
it was
know
just
why.
a one-year thing. Yeah. What happened to Johnny Davis? Yeah, he stinks. That was a terrible draft pick. He's still on the Capital Go-Go or whatever the G League team is for the Wizards. So that was a bust. Really, really could not miss more than Johnny Davis in the draft. Yeah. And we did. We found a way. Unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, all right. Let's pivot. Let's move. Let's talk real quick about the Water Dogs and the Redwoods. Okay, coming through last night. If you guys missed the PLL first day of the championship series, it was fucking electric. There was about a bazillion goals. The first game, Redwoods soared over, and the Redwoods won the game by 1 in OT. Shout out Romar Dennis. The boys were balling. Over was free. Redwoods ML was free, just like I told you guys. And then we go to the second game, which was on ESPN Plus. This one was on ESPN2. Very fucking cool. So easy to watch. We go to the second game, Water Dogs taking care of business. They were never losing that entire game. Talk about a fucking lock. It was. Water Dogs ML, like I told you guys to take it multiple times. I posted a slip for 2 units. It was always the Water Dogs. Guys, dialed in for the PLL. If you're new, if you weren't here when we were talking PLL bets, last season or whatever, I hit these bets. Okay. And I know the PLL like the back of my fucking hand. So lock in. There's a lot more winners to be found. There's no games today. They're off, but there are games Friday through Monday when the championship is. I will be there boots on ground with Goots on ground. We're going to be there in person, sweating out bets, drinking beers, having a good time. So if anybody's in the area and wants to go, buy your tickets for the weekend. We'll be there Friday through Monday. But I'm fucking stoked. And really good reads yesterday to start out the Champ Series 3-0. We take that and we move. Chat, we'll have more plays tomorrow. And I'll give you some winners on BTL before I dip. Okay? W's.
Dubs.
God, the Water Dogs are so good, man. They are perfect for sixes. Like their team, their offense with the smaller field and less players, they just dominate. No excuses. They got to get it done. If you guys didn't sprinkle on the Water Dogs to win this whole shebang at plus 270 before the tournament like I did, it's probably too late. And it is what it is. But that's going to fucking hit. And the Water Dogs are going to win the PLL Champ Series. You heard it here first. Sixes is awesome. It's like overtime in NHL. Threes, right? That's what I compare it to. So very fun to watch. A lot of goals. Can we get a Knoxville the PLL team? Yeah, I don't know about that one, Joshy, but they're definitely going to expand at some point. They did just get new teams and new locations this year, though. So WPLL, we will have plays tomorrow. Let's move and let's groove. PLL plays are money. Keep them coming. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, and you can bet these on all the books. Okay, it's on all the books now. So no excuses. I don't want to hear shit. Okay. Dubs, Javon, worst thing I saw today, and then we're going to dive into the Sharp reports. Goods, might need your comments on this puppy. I know this one stings. Javon, not a good look for the Orioles. Kyle Bradish being placed on the IL with a tear in his elbow. He's going to try to pitch through it. That does not sound like he's going to pitch well or like that's going to go well, but we'll see. And Tiger gets another birdie. Okay. Is that number 2 or number 1, Trent?
I think that's 2.
Is that 2?
I think so.
1.
Oh.
Because people bang.
Kyle Bradish.
He's just late, man.
Yeah, he's just late as shit. That freaked me out.
Lock in, Trent. Lock in.
Whoa. I'm not backing the O's this year. Absolutely not. Never was.
Yeah, my thoughts are just like this happened with Felix. Like they called it a sprained UCL. I'm annoyed because I just want them to rip the Band-Aid off. Like if he's getting Tommy John, tell us he's getting Tommy John. Like with Felix, it was like, oh, he might come back. Who knows? Maybe.
Right.
It's like, nope, he's out for the season. And then next year he's getting Tommy John. So it's going to happen at some point. So just rip the Band-Aid off. Don't just let us have hope because, it's annoying.
Yeah. I wonder if this had something to do with them getting Corbin Burns. Maybe they knew about this injury, 2 weeks ago. I would not be surprised, right? You bring in a guy like that. Makes a little bit more sense.
I will say
some money for the first time, right?
Yeah, if this is going to happen to anybody, like I'm glad it's us because we obviously have like more pieces that we can move to, account for this. Like maybe go get Blake, maybe sign Trevor Bauer, who knows? But
you're not getting either of those guys, but
I know. Yep. But it's a thought that can be going around in my head. But I don't know.
You might go out and get another arm. There's still plenty.
Yeah,
for sure.
Plenty.
Yeah, you might need one
for sure.
And then John Means is a month behind.
John Means is still
not good. Not good. Yeah, that's 2-for-1 special that you did not need to see today.
Something was bound to happen. Like it was all too good. Something was bound to happen.
I'm so curious where Blake's going to go, Chad. I have no clue. I'm so curious. Gosh, I've never seen this many GOATs, this many stars, not signed, right? We see, a lot of the teams reporting yesterday or today for spring training already. And we've got, literally an all-star team of free agents still. It's weird
Matt
for
Chapman.
sure. But eventually, all the dominoes are going to probably fall at the same time. I'm very curious to see where Snell goes. I have no clue.
Yeah, shout out Scott Boras.
Sure.
It's good for the game, right?
Yep. He's content playing with Yap. Sure, I would be too. Where's Bellinger going? I have no idea. That's another one of the GOATs that's up there, and we have no clue what's going on with him. So we got C-Lord coming in, resubbing 22 months in a goated community. Click at the right buttons. Sure you can, C-Lord. Love to see that. Hype train level 2. Let's keep that thing moving and grooving. All right. Gosh, man. Hate to see this for the O's. It was looking like, they finally spent some money, and it's not going to have to be all homegrown guys, right? They get Corbin Burns and Ace at the front of that rotation, and then this stuff comes out. So brutal. It is what it is. We'll see if the Orioles can show some heart and bounce back and, find a way around this like they always do. They're just a good organization. We'll see.
Yeah, Dean Kramer.
That should be around it. Yeah, they got Dean Kramer. That should help. Although that guy just pitches, better than he should. I feel like it makes no sense still, but we'll see how that ends up. Maybe they could re-sign Austin Voth. Maybe that'll help. They can bring him back, fix him up a little bit.
Gray Rod Cy Young campaign's coming, so let's be ready for that.
Gray Rod's going to need to step up. He's going to need to be a number 2 this year, and he's capable of it. He's got the stuff. I'm very curious to see how our guy does there. Gray Rod's very, very curious.
Yeah.
Okay. That's enough baseball for one day, Javon. I've got an NHL play that I cannot stop thinking about. It's top of mind. I want to go over it. I want your opinions on it. I'm sure you know what it is. I'm sure chat does as well. Why don't we cut the shit, rip the Band-Aid off, and head over to the Sharp Report and talk about some winners for today. I don't know who the LAK are, but that is the Los Angeles Kings, and that is the first play of the day that I'm taking. There's no way that's their abbreviation. Is it, Javon?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I thought it was just LA.
Well,
I didn't know there was a K on there.
You got to add the K. You got to know who it is. It's 1,500 LAs. Yeah. It's like the Angels and Dodgers, LAA and LAD.
Is that like their official abbreviation on the books?
Yeah.
LAK?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't bet enough fucking hockey, but I just keep seeing LA. Either way, we're back in LAK on the ML today. All right. They're playing the Devils. All right. The Devils have a couple more wins than them. Sure. The Devils are home. Sure. The Devils have won their last 2 games. They've covered 3 in a row. They're playing pretty good hockey right now. And then you go over and look at what the Kings are doing. I mean, Javon, I don't know about you, but I got burned pretty bad on the Kings the other night when they lost 7-0 against the Sabres. Wasn't even close. Didn't have a pulse. Honestly, I'd rather it be that way than, an overtime loss. It is what it is. But I want to back the Kings coming off that 7-0 shutout in this spot. Thought it was weird seeing that line move from them being a short dog to now being a -110 favorite on most books, or at least a pick 'em. And I'm going to go ahead and back, that Kings team coming off that shutout. I've heard you talk about it before. Good spot to back a team coming off of getting shut out, putting up a 0 in the score column. I'm going to back the Kings on the road here when they probably shouldn't be a favorite after that game.
Yeah. Well, I will give you a little bit of context because I'm with you on the Kings in the spot. I don't know if I'll get there, but Nico Dawes, the backup, is in for the Devils. So like the movement, you're probably going to get that really regardless of if the backup is good or not, a little movement towards the other team. But he's actually been pretty solid for them in net lately. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a little fall off spot back to what he was doing All-Star break, where he was god awful. And he had 2 good starts against the Preds and the Kraken, I guess, the last week. So I could be kind of in on this. The Devils are also one of those teams that weirdly have sucked at home for part of it. And the Kings, when they have been good, it's been on the road. So it could be a weird spot. It is still weird regardless to see them as a pick 'em right now, which is weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That line, something doesn't add up here, right?
Yeah, they need one of these. Like they have a really disgusting road trip they're in the middle of now, and they need to pull out a win through one of these games, and this could just be it.
Ooh, looks like JJ is already looking ahead to this weekend. Could be a severe look ahead spot. Interesting.
Could be. Yeah. Which
Devils
I'm hoping not.
Stadium series this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it's not a look ahead spot because the Flyers are also in that same spot, and I'm taking them today. But
oh god,
yeah, it's a possibility.
All right. Well, I'm back in the Kings. I'm not getting scared off. I think it's weird. They're favorites. Love the way the line's moving. Probably because of the backup goalie, but like you said, Javon, he's been pretty good recently on his head. Maybe he regresses back to the normal backup goalie he is today, and we get a big time win coming off that shutout. Let's go Kings. Take me to Edmonton.
Yeah, I mean, while we're speaking of, coming off of a shutout, that's not exactly what the Oilers are doing after 2 days ago. They just put 8 up. I guess they were in that spot prior to that. They got shut out by the Kings in their first game post coach firing, and they came back and dropped 8 goals in the Red Wings. So now, in this spot today against the Blues, I think they roll in those games. Like, truthfully, I was debating between just taking the team total or the -1.5, but I think we're all very familiar with the fact that the Blues steal a lot of coin. And I feel like this is a spot where you get Edmonton on a little roll here these next couple of games on the road where they put up a lot of good offense. So the Blues mixing up lines a little bit, which I don't think is the right spot to do it against the Oilers team. That's going to provide a lot of offense. So I think they drop 4 or 5 in this game, but I'm just kind of eliminating the potential that the Blues match them, which is why I went with the team total, which even with the team coming off of 8 goals against the Blues, who are capable, especially at home, of playing like tighter hockey, this team total over 3.5 is -130, which I thought was very, very odd. So I'm definitely in on the Oilers to splooge today.
Okay. Plenty of goals for the Oilers today on the ice. I could back that. I like the sell job. We got token picks coming in, giving out a subby to Hovey. Sure. We got C-Lord obviously subbing as well. Ivan dropping a follow. If you guys are in here for the first time, drop a follow. Stay a while. We go live all day, every day during the week. Okay. Starts out with Mikey Overs the morning after in the morning, and then BTL. And we got Trent closing us out with the Surge stream right after this. Okay. At 2 p.m. Eastern. So drop a follow, stay a while, and share the live, share the streams with your buddies. Okay, that helps a lot. Tell them, yo, we're live right now, crafting up winners. Get in the fucking lab with the boys. All right, it helps more than you guys know. Let me take you to Sacramento for a nasty college basketball look, Javon. Can I?
Sure.
I'm going to lay it here with Sacramento State against Northern Arizona here. Northern Arizona coming off a nice little outright win as a dog against Montana State, but before that, they were really stinking up the place. Right now, Sacramento State is still stinking up the place. I mean, they're on a crazy losing streak. They really haven't covered much this season, let alone, recently. They're 7-16. ATS this year, one of the worst in college basketball. They're 6-19 overall this season. They're playing an 11-14 Northern Arizona team. But Javon, they're a favorite tonight. That's a little bit weird, especially considering these guys played less than 2 weeks ago, and Northern Arizona beat them by 9. And now we're seeing, the line, Sacramento is a favorite here at home. I know they're home, right? But give me a fucking break here with this line. Sacramento stinks. They have no business being a favorite. We're seeing the line slowly creep up from 3 to 3.5 some places. Give me Sacramento State. They're going to win this game and cover by 5+.
I'm in. That's a gross game. Gross game.
Nasty game. Nasty bet. Tigers chip was awful. Okay. Tigers going to bogey too. All right. We're back.
Hilarious. Sure. I'm taking North Texas on the money line today.
You are?
Which,
okay.
Yeah, that game's a little weird. It's a little weird to see them favored, especially because the game that I have in mind of them in a pretty weird spot at home, I think it was 3 home games ago, they were underdogs to SMU at home. So the fact that they're showing a little more respect to, Memphis, the really big name team in that conference, is pretty interesting. And UNT usually gets a lot of respect at home. Like the SMU game might have been a one-off because you look at their last 2 games at home and they were 6.5 point favorites at home in both those games. And you know what happened in those games, Krebs? They lost outright both times. So it's not like that respect's really meant anything coming home against teams like USF and I think it was UAB, the other one. So now you're coming to play Memphis, but you know what the difference is with Memphis? Because I talk about this, especially with USF, who was one of those teams they beat outright, as a 6.5 point underdog on the road. USF does not turn the ball over, and they are really good at forcing teams to turn the ball over. I think we all know, if you've watched any bit of Memphis basketball, really for the past couple of years, but especially this year and lately when they've been on this little slide, they turn the ball over a shit ton. They're 13.5 turnovers per game, which is just around the bottom 50 in all of college basketball. And on the road, that number ticks up to just above 15. So now they play a team that's going to slow it down. They play a team that forces some of the most turnovers in the country. And you're going to have to go on the road to do it, where North Texas and their defense is much better. And at Memphis just can't figure out how to play basketball anymore on the road. So this feels like they're favored for a reason spot. And I think this is a big style mismatch that works out for North Texas.
Have you seen a lot of people back in North Texas today?
Not really. I don't think I've seen this game mentioned many places. I haven't seen too much. I don't think there's a play that I've seen too much. I don't know today.
The splits look extremely sharp on North Texas. I feel like this looks a little too easy. I'm definitely with you, and I agree with everything you said. Your sell job is absolutely spot on. It worries me fading Memphis a little bit. I can get on board for sure, and I lean that way with North Texas, but Memphis has been playing so bad recently, and I feel like they have talent. They've got, our guy, David Jones, is an absolute fucking stud, and he could win a game himself if he needs to. Go off with 30-plus points. I just feel like it looks a little easy. North Texas has been in sharp spots a lot this season and not really come through. But I can't really ignore, the splits here. I can't ignore what you were saying with the turnover issues. North Texas trying to slow down these boys and make them uncomfortable at home, right? We know North Texas, that place is going to be fucking sold out and packed for this game against Memphis. They take their CBB very seriously down there, right? I'm with you. It's just something smells fishy about this game. It scares me a tad.
Yeah,
scares me.
If this was like a week and a half ago, I probably wouldn't be all in on it. But Memphis has won 3 in a row, and they just beat the shit out of Tulane in their last game. So they're starting to, I don't know. It seems like this is the point where you say, all right, maybe they're starting to pick it up, going into the latter half of the season. And I feel like this is the spot where Memphis just falls apart. Just like every time we get a little bit of hope that maybe they'll put it together and get a little run going, and they don't.
All right, North Texas at home as a favorite against big and bad Memphis. I like it. We got straight Jazz coming in, resubbing with Prime, 11 months. W's, lucky number, good vibes there. Let me take you back to Colorado, Javon. Can I?
Sure.
Too soon? Too soon to back Colorado again?
If it wasn't on your sharp report, it was certainly going to be on mine.
All right, good. Sure. Look, man, Colorado burned all of us this weekend. Everyone on Earth, Sharp, Square, whoever was back in Colorado over the weekend, and they got crushed by Arizona as a favorite. I'm still hurting from that one. I'm still trying to figure out what was good with that line and why the fuck Arizona was disrespected like that. And they looked like the greatest team on earth. And Colorado looked terrible, was held to 79 points. I think everyone is going to be, scared to back Colorado in this spot. If anything, they're going to want to back UCLA and the Bruins and Coach Cronin, who's got these boys playing their best basketball this season right now. Javon, winners of 5 in a row. They've covered 4 of their last 5 games. This team is playing their best ball of the season, but I'm not buying it. I don't think this UCLA team is very good. And I think the people are jumping back on the ship, just like you talked about with Memphis after winning a couple games, right? And I want to fade and back a Colorado team that just got embarrassed. This Colorado team hasn't covered in almost a month. Colorado has been overvalued, overrated all year, right? People are saying they're much better than they actually are, and I agree. But in this spot, coming off that embarrassing loss, it's an emotional bet, and I want to back the Buffaloes to get back on track, and I thought it was pretty fucking ridiculous seeing them open up -1.5 in the spot on the road at UCLA, a very tough place to play, with them playing their best ball of the season, winners of their last couple games. So I was confused by the opener. I don't even care that the line has moved around at all if it has. As long as, Colorado sticks around, pick them in this spot, I will be deploying on the Buffs, and they're going to return those coins from the weekend.
Yeah. 100%. I will be taking Colorado. I mean, if I had to pick any game on the board that looks like on paper the easiest bet to take, it is so easily UCLA money line at home. The way they've been playing lately, I don't know how many games they've won in a row, but it's at least 5, and they've been dominant. Yep. Their defenses look like it's really started to lock in. So, yeah, that game looks like the easiest play on the board. And whenever I say that and think that, that makes me want to fade, regardless of who it is. Hate Colorado, just burned us, but you got to get involved. That is one where I was certainly not getting involved, though. Lemoyne can get fucked.
Yeah, Lemoyne, sure. Lemoyne at home, +2.5. I mean, I think they've already beaten this team, which is why I ended up not really taking it or giving it that much thought. But Lemoyne playing a 15-9 Central Connecticut State team. By the way, Lemoyne is 10-14. Lemoyne is not good. Central Connecticut State has won 4 of their last 5 games. Lemoyne has lost 3 of their last 4. They're not playing great. The only thing that scares me, and the only reason I'm not taking them, is because they've already beaten the Central Connecticut State team at Central Connecticut State. So I'm off. I'm not going to be back in Lemoyne, but that spread is ridiculous, seeing them only getting 2.5 points. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
With you.
Dubs. There she blows.
There
Down to 2. Okay.
+2.
I bet. Unbelievable. I mean, maybe if it gets to a pick 'em, I will, but that's ridiculous. Guys, I want to bet on the fucking Dolphins. Come on. But I don't think I can, because they've already beaten them once. I don't want to fall for them again. Okay. They've hurt me enough. See? They've hurt me enough. Okay. Let's move. Let's finish up the sharp report real quick. All right. Javon, take me to your next play here. I believe it is going to Wazoo. Let me know what's good with that game. I should have known you were going to have Cal bet. Sure.
Yeah, which I mean, I sneakily wanted to take Cal, but I thought the
know.
under was the better play because I think both defenses match up pretty well in this game, and it's not really a play like on the previous game that the results are going to shake out differently, but they kind of did, and a lot of that had to do with foul trouble. The game went over, and it went very different because a couple of the Washington bigs got in foul trouble, which let Fardaws eat for a majority of the game, or at least the latter half of the game. So it wasn't really representative of how that game went because the majority of that game, Fardaws struggled. And the thing that Washington State does very well is they have one of the better 2-point defenses, I believe, in all the Pac-12, but even all of the country. So they're really good at kind of funneling you to take jump shots with, I mean, that's good for Jalen Tyson, but it's not good for literally anybody else on the Cal offense. Like, he's going to get plenty of shots up, but I think they're going to have trouble sustaining really any offense other than that. And the same thing kind of goes on the other side. Like Washington State, the way that you beat Cal is with really good guard play, like off of the bounce and a lot of perimeter jump shooting. And Washington State doesn't really do that. So like they need to bust you inside and have like a solid 4-5 kind of break down the entire defense. And it's not Washington State's game. So like I think this is going to be a pretty gross game, not exactly like the first game, but a lot slower, especially like I do think that is a pretty large spread for Washington State, which is kind of giving me second thoughts. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a super flat spot for Cal's offense. Muted potentials. GG's. Fading. Thanks, bro. You said it like 4 times yesterday, and I don't think any of those that you said hit. So feel free to do that. Said you're fading that Jazz over too. That worked out well for you, buddy. Grabs you back.
Gonna get some 10s. Gonna get some 4s.
There we go.
All right. Back to business here. I like that Cal and Wazoo under. Opened up at 140.5, down 2 points already. I like the way that's moving and grooving on that. Okay. Can I take you to Portland for an NBA game?
Sure.
You're in? Let me take you to Portland. They're getting 9 points against the big and bad Timberwolves, who have an insanely good record, by the way, in the NBA. It's crazy just looking at that thing. Portland, not so much. Portland almost has the reverse record as Minnesota here. They are embarrassingly bad. You add one more win to their fucking record, and they do have the reverse record as the T-Wolves. That's a fucking joke. Portland has been on a crazy losing streak here. They've won 3 games out of their last 10, but they've lost 5 in a row here, and they have gotten destroyed. Not only really lost, but nothing really close recently. And then we look at their most recent game, Javon. Who have they lost to recently? Oh, it's the T-Wolves. They just lost to them actually at home in the same exact spot only 2 days ago, and it really wasn't close. They were plus 8.5. They lost by I believe 12 points in that game. Nothing crazy. They honestly almost covered there. And now we're looking at the game today after they couldn't cover that one. They lost by 12. We're seeing the spreads, not really move much from that first game 2 nights ago, where it was at 8.5. Tonight it's only at 9, right? It looks like Minnesota looks like a free play on the road to get back-to-back wins in 2 days before they head out and head back home after this road stand. So I think the line is short. I think it looks like one of the freer plays on the T-Wolves after they just beat them. And I want to back Portland. And it looks like on the Prize Picks board, a lot of squares are supporting my play here. They've got the most popular play on the NBA board, Javon, Anthony Edwards, PRA. That should hit, right? Anthony Simons has a lot of squares up that make me think he's going to go off today. I like Portland. Maybe they didn't steal a win here, but I'm going to take the points on the plus 9 at home. I think Minnesota looks like the biggest trap in the NBA, and I want to fade them.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Only reason I'm not screaming to get involved is this is the last little slate of games before the All-Star break, which is like it was a pretty weird slate of hockey for the same exact reason when that happened, and kind of thinking it might be in this game as well, which I guess could work out in your favor because at least in hockey, a lot of the dogs won and the super square plays are the ones that are all cake. So just might be the Blazers. I don't have any problem with that.
Okay, sure. Taking a Philly, will you?
Yeah, taking the Flyers today. Not as fat of a plus chick price, I think, is when we squad rode them, but I think they're like plus 140 on the road against the Leafs, which, again, hoping this is not a look-ahead spot for the Stadium Series, outdoor game, whatever it's called, that they're playing on Saturday. But I think it's an interesting spot against the Leafs because the Leafs are a little banged up right now. Part of that is for a bunch of different reasons. You got Morgan Riley, who's suspended for, I don't know if it was a cross check or what technically it was, but he's going to be out today. You got a couple guys in that locker room with the flu, so it's a little sick. So I guess you're buying a little bit of good news there, but I think this Flyers team is going to go through a couple more games, kind of like I mapped out post All-Star break, where they're really getting it together, which they're not the healthiest group either, but kind of the personnel that they run being super deep and defensemen kind of allows them to sustain an injury or two. But I really kind of like this spot for them on the road to be sneaky against the Leafs team, who I don't think is going to be able to sustain that type of pressure from this team. So now that I think they're a little more rested, I think Tippett and somebody else got a rest day. I think they're going to come out firing in this game, which you don't often say about the Flyers because they're like a sit back and make the other team beat you type of team. Look, we got Snell in here. Perfect timing.
Yes. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Pipes is in the fucking building. What's up, Pipes? I want to see 100 Pipes in the chat. Pause. That does not sound right.
That's crazy.
I want to see 100 Pipes in the goddamn chat. Run that shit. I got no shame.
Crazy.
Run those damn Pipes. Time to get naughty, Snell. Snell, bro. The world is waiting, man. The world is waiting. Not only for where you're signing, but for the Pipes on the 2K cards. Okay, we might need to run that tonight. Mainly. They're curious of where you're going to be ending up on what team next year, but what they really care about is, are we running 2K tonight? Okay, that's more important. Come on. Let's go. Here comes the glazing. Here comes Trent bitching. All right, there it is. Tells all this time. There it is. Unbelievable.
Crazy.
Please, Snell, do me a favor. Hop in here in about an hour and roast Trent for me, will you? Get him going today. Get him all riled up. Get him flustered. That's what we need today on the Surge stream in about an hour. Trent joined the stream one time. He'll be on here in about an hour, brother. All day on wants to see Pipes. I'll just leave that off to the side.
Crazy comment. Crazy comment.
I'll leave that off to the side. We got Don Julio resubbing as a Nets fan, I feel. Sure. Don Julio, love that. We got Chase Breedlove coming in hot. Over 2 years. What the fuck, Chase? Sure. 25-month sub bang. Love that shit. We got active resubbing as well. I'm so on edge. Do not fuck with me, Snow. Oh, gosh. Trent, the great streamer, bad point guards. Okay.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. Get him up and moving, Trent.
Get him up and moving.
I've got bad news as well. Our guy, Donovan Yap on Fresno State, he is actually out for the rest of the season with a broken hand. So no Yap in college basketball. Maybe we can get some Yap going in the rec tonight.
GG.
Okay.
Might need
a couple other subbies real quick. Baumgartner Jackson, 20 months, resubbing W's. 10 fucking spades on that.
Before you give our prize picks or your prize pick square, I'll go to mine since it's kind of related to the Flyers. Goots, go ahead and put up that tweet. It's a little bit of a narrative play, which I know Trent loves. Sean Couturier just got named captain for the Flyers, which is big, especially since he's going to be playing on that line, which a lot of the reason why we took the Flyers, I guess, against the Panthers is they need Owen Tippett to be a vital part of this lineup because they don't score without Owen Tippett. And this is the guy who's really the main facilitator for that entire line. So like today, this is going to be if they're going to score, that line's going to have to produce a lot of goals. And you're going up against the Leafs team, even though they're a little bit banged up, they're going to put up goals and they're going to play fast. And that's not really the Flyers style of hockey. I think they're going to come out really, really aggressive. And this is going to be the guy to lead the charge. He's not really a huge goal scorer, kind of had to be for a little bit when he was playing without Owen Tippett. Didn't really work because that's not how the Flyers kind of line up in personnel works. But now with Tippett back and rested, a little healthier really on that entire line, he's getting a point today. So that's easily my favorite square on the prize picks board. And if you notice, not if you just look at the last couple of games, but when those, I guess if you go back a little further, you see a lot of red. Those are all games where he's playing without Owen Tippett. So like now that he's back, a lot more points, a lot more facilitation. He's assisting on pretty much every goal that they score from that line. So today, if they're going to score goals, it's going to go through Couturier. So that's why I'm taking him a point. Doesn't help that, or doesn't hurt that he just got named captain too. So big narrative play.
You're telling me you are backing a positive, him being a captain in this game and him going off tonight, getting a point. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Just want to make sure I heard that correct. Tiger with a bogey on 3. Okay. I don't want him to get bogeys. I'm not rooting against him. Just no fucking birdies. All right. Can we get some bars going for the GOAT, please? All right. W Tiger bogey. Sure. Trent, you actually tailed that 3-piece? or did you just tail that square? Let me know.
No, we
That
made
might be the nastiest three-piece ever. Goods, can we pull that up real quick? I tweeted it out. See if you
I
can
think
pull
he
that up real
tailed.
quick.
I think he tailed the 3-piece.
Oh, he nuked the three-piece. Good.
Yeah, there you go.
Anthony Edwards less than PRA. That should be a good look, right? Excited for that one tonight. Holy smokes. We got Luke Littler and Tiger Woods at less than 6.5, 180s thrown, and birdies are better combo. What is my life? I can't believe I'm reading that out loud. That's a real thing. We've got, I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Jurag Slavkovsky. Is that what we're looking at here, Javon?
Pretty
Jurag
much.
Slavkovsky. All right. Does he have a nickname? Anything I could call that guy where anything I could call this guy that I'm not going to fuck it up?
Sloth.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sloth. Okay,
Sloth.
we got Sloth less than half a point, and this is my favorite prize pick square of the day. Okay, it's on the Sharp Report as well, and we've got that paired with Anthony Edwards less than PRA, the most popular square on prize picks today. All right, let's go back to our guy Sloth. We can go back to the Sharp Report here after we showed this. Less is more. Sure. Yep, we're nuking less than W's. Our guy Sloth here has been going bonkers. Okay, not only is he fucking scoring or getting a point in every single game, but Giovanni's coming off a three-piece. Surely he's going to score again and get a point in this game today. He's up on prize picks, right?
Yeah, surely. I bet.
Surely. Okay. Guys, this might be one of the weirdest squares I've ever seen, at least for NHL. And I have to fade it. I don't have a choice. I don't care what the odds are on the books. I don't care what he's doing, who he's playing against, who he is. It's a fade. You got to fade this chart. It is what it is. Okay, we're fading Slav. He ain't getting a point today. If he was, he wouldn't be up on the board because Prize Picks isn't here to lose money. Let's be smart. Come on. Let's be smart.
Yeah. If it makes you or anybody in chat feel any better, which I guess he did just recently have a shutout, so maybe not warranting the slander for now. But Jonathan Quick is in net instead of Igor. So I know a lot of people absolutely despise Igor in net because he's been Swiss cheese against some teams. You at least get Quick tonight. And yeah, that point square is definitely juiced pretty fat towards the under on like any book. So
wow.
Could be indicative of what to come.
Tiger's short game looking like mine right now. What the hell? Cool Canes dude, is he struggling? I can put that on once the stream's over.
He's struggling. I got it behind me.
Oh man. All right. So I don't want to see him struggle. I just want to see him get pars. I want to see him have a pretty average day out there.
Well,
you already cashed.
You fading him might have just cursed him. Now he's just going to go on a bogey train, Krebs.
Pipes is at the rack getting nasty. Look at him getting reps. Trent could never. Yap could never. He would never be getting reps at this hour. Come on. Back-to-back bogeys on 2 and 3. Well, I think the square I took was just his birdies paired with 180s thrown, right? So it's not like the bogeys, help out at all, right? It's just
my
day. Not get birdies.
Yeah.
You know
He's got one.
Yep. He's got one on the first hole, which apparently is the easiest hole. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. We just need 3 birdies and that's it. Well, actually, we need no birdies because we faded them and took the last time. Okay. Dubs, let's move. Let's groove. Javon, we just did the Sharp Report. Let's show the people one more time. They can take a little screenshot, but we will tweet this puppy out on the Book at BTL Twitter as well. And guys, if you want to hit more Prize Picks entries, and we're probably going to craft up something here shortly, but if you guys are struggling with Prize Picks, if you're looking for some help trying to figure out how to smack some more Prize Picks entries, go check out props.cash. All right, use promo code BOOKIT for 20% off your first month, I believe. And you guys can, check out all the data they've got on there and see charts like our guy, Sloth, who I'm fading today. I would not have found that if I didn't go on there and scroll down the NHL, column and see the fucking greened out guy at the very top, Slav, that looks like the easiest square on earth. I would have never found it if I wasn't on props.cash. So W's, use promo code BOOKIT for 25% off your first month. Okay. Go check it out. I promise it's going to help you hit more entries. If it doesn't, you can cancel it after your discounted first month. All right, guys. Dubs, Javon, where do you want to go now? Do we want to go to college basketball? Do we want to go to NBA, NHL? Do we want to cut the shit and craft up A team and the B team? What do you want to do today? I know the college board is pretty mid.
Yeah, it's mid, but it's fat. We got some games to go over. Let's go CBB first. Then we'll go to NHL. It's not really, I don't have much in NBA because there's only like 3 pretty moose games. So just those 2.
Yeah, let's go to college basketball. I'm in. We got Harry Walters Golf dropping a follow. Appreciate that, Harry. W's. You want to get started out with Binghamton? Shout out our guy Grins.
Yeah, sure.
Should be free.
Should be here.
if today was Wagon Wednesday, we could talk about App State being an absolute fucking wagon. Nobody's talking about them. They're like 20-5 on the season,
Yeah.
Javon. They're playing a Marshall team that's 12-13, and they're laying 10.5 points at home. Any thoughts on that game?
Yeah. Kind of think this is going to be a low scoring game personally, which I guess last couple of years really haven't been able to say about Marshall, but that's just the App State level of defense they're playing right now. I think they're going to make life tough for Marshall, which I guess that would probably lean an App State minus the points as well. But I think they're going to struggle to score for a majority of this game.
Okay. What about Northwestern and Rutgers? I was talking with Mike about Rutgers earlier on the morning after. Weird line, right? Moved up from -2.5 to -4.5 at home against a better Northwestern team, but don't let Rutgers get hot now. They have won 3 games in a row, and they are home. We know they have a big-time home court advantage. They stink on the road. They play much better there. Do you think the line's weird? Are you looking at, taking Rutgers, maybe a parlay piece? What are your thoughts here?
A little surprised Rutgers isn't favored by more. So,
Whoa.
there's no Ty Berry, who's just gotten ruled out for the season. I think as of late yesterday, I would have expected Rutgers, and I don't know what it's called now, but the Rack, to be catching a little more points here than what they open 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, I'd be a little concerned backing Rutgers. It seems like it could be a pretty solid buy low spot on Northwestern.
Okay. All right. Definitely staying off that game then. Let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving here. Temple and Florida Atlantic. That's a pretty solid game here. Any thoughts on the Owls, Javon, in this game? They are still ranked. They're 19-5. They are home, and they're laying 19.5. Depends on what book you're looking at, against the Temple squad that keeps games close. I feel like they do cover a good amount. They've covered a lot recently through their last 4 games. They're always losing by a couple, but they just cannot buy a win. Is this a weird spot where Temple comes in and catches the Owls sleeping a little bit?
I mean, I guess we got the rare Owls versus Owls matchup. Seems like a lot of points. I know you've seen like this story so many times with FAU this season where it looks like a lot of points and then they just absolutely show no pulse to cover the game. But this one feels a little different in my eyes. Not that Temple is just this amazing team, better than everybody else that gets fat spreads against FAU, but coming off like a real stretch of games here where like you had their little stretch where they couldn't catch a win on the road. They went on the road. I guess FA or UAB was the last one where they lost outright on the road. And then they went to Wichita State and somehow won by 13 in a game that went to overtime, and they covered that game somehow by the grace of God. But now it just kind of feels like they're due for a pretty dominating performance against a shit defense. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is where they get it. Don't know if I'm gonna get to the counter, but it definitely feels like one of those spots where it's just the Purdue with a fat spread against X team, and they just come through and they're up 20.5.
I don't disagree. Right? Maybe Temple's also due to get blown out as well. Right? They've been losing all these games by a handful. They've been covering, keeping games close. They've been winning late and blowing games. I feel like they could be due to get absolutely obliterated as well. Okay, Budman doesn't even push. Budman, Budman, unbelievable.
I gotta say, Temple does not have great interior presence. So, like, I don't bet on his props very often, but I might consider taking something Vlad today.
Vlad day? Okay.
Yeah, it might be Vlad day.
All right. We'll check that out when we go over to prospects. W's. Yeah, let's keep powering through the slate. All right. What else we got, Goods? Keep on scrolling for me, brother. I got nothing really in these games. Louisiana Tech laying a fat spread against, fan favorite Jacksonville State there. Would not mind that play. Anything else here, Javon?
Nothing on the screen now.
Okay. Keep on moving and grooving, Goots. We got Padawatt resubbing as well. How about them? Loyola Ramblers. Let's hit another squad ride. Sure. W's. Let's talk about Tulane here real quick, Javon. Tulane has been struggling a little bit. I've been disappointed with my guy Kevin Cross and co. I feel like this Tulane team has really underperformed and been a major letdown this season. I had high hopes for this offense. They've been pretty disappointing, but we're seeing them get 3.5 points on the opener here. Now they're down to 2.5 against in the public's perception, a better SMU team. What are your thoughts on this game? Are you thinking about taking the green wave here? Do you think that's respect on SMU's part, being a favorite here on the roads? I don't love seeing the -112 on the green book next to Tulane on the spread, but I feel like I want to back the green wave, and I feel like they're better than how they've been playing recently.
Yeah, I kind of do. And not to sound like the value guys that always say this, but like this is a game that I think you can flip a coin. And if you're flipping a coin, because I think it's such an even matchup, give me the dog, give me the points. It's like Tulane. The first game was really close, and frankly, they probably should have won that game. And it's so close because I think they match up really, really well, across the board. Like they're not the biggest teams. They have athletes kind of 1 through 5 that are very versatile and can switch, which like your guy Kevin Cross is one of them. Samuel Williamson on the other side is also one of them. That's almost the same player. So like I think this is going to have points just like the first game. I think Tulane is definitely live in this game to sneak one, and it really just comes down to who shoots better. These are not the greatest shooting teams, I guess, in the conference. They're more, let's get downhill, let's run in transition, which is why they match up so well and they do it against each other. So I would take my chances with the Green Wave at home.
W's, love it. Maybe we'll get a +3 and then I can deploy. Would love would love 3 points there potentially.
Yeah.
I do think it goes down to the last possession, like a lot of Tulane games have this season.
Yeah.
Charleston and Northeastern. I'm not doing it, but I wanted to acknowledge it. That spread is ridiculous. I'm not doing it. Remember? Northeastern's one of those teams that does not fucking cover, and they're sharp in every game, and I don't know why. I feel like they're playing a game or a trick on me. The books at this point, like watching me through my fucking laptop or some shit, locking in these bets. Northeastern is one of the few teams, chat, that you just put off to the sides, and they have a sharp line every single fucking game, and they never come through and cover, especially when they're the sharpest. Okay, that's when they cover the least. Maybe they'll come through in spots we're not going to take them, but Northeastern has not respected coins for me for years. Okay, now they're getting 4 points only to Charleston, who, by the way, is a little fraudulent this year. They are not the same team from last season. They are not as deep. They are not as talented. Last year was their chance. Okay, this year they've taken a step back. Sure, they have some good players like my guy Rain Smith, but it's not enough. You can tell this team is not the same. But I'm not falling for it. I'm not taking the bait. Northeastern is the right play. Northeastern is the sharp side. The splits look great. The line doesn't make sense. They're home, but I'm not fucking doing it. If anything, I think Charleston wins this game.
Sure. Yeah, I am so resigned off of taking sharp spot Northeastern. I'm good.
Can't do it. And then we've got ODU, who finally kicked off their best player on the team, who's been sitting out for the last week or so, Javon. He finally just got kicked off. So I guess they're moving on from him. He averaged 17 points per game. He's gone. He's out of here. Maybe ODU shows some life today, and the boys rally around and say, all right, that guy, who knows why he got kicked off, but probably not. Oh. Dude. He's only through 4 holes.
Shit.
He's already got 2 birdies. Anybody got eyes on Luke Littler? Do we know when he goes?
What does that start for you?
I don't know.
I'll get eyes on Luke.
Art specialist. Can we get some eyes on Littler? See when he's tipping off.
Yep.
Okay. God damn it. Anybody in chat a big golf guy, big golf better? Anybody know if the back 9 is tougher than the front 9? Because he's on pace for 1 million birdies. Unbelievable. Littler getting at least 3. Yeah, I bet. Back is easier. Oh, good. Nice. Luke Littler starts at 2:45 Eastern. Sure. Good.
Got
all right. A lot of golf people. Good.
2:45. Yep.
W gets hole 11 and 17 or easy birdie looks. That's great. That's nice. All right. Well, I guess it is that simple. You could have parlayed that with the Chiefs on the ML. You'd be the richest person ever, and that's the easiest bet to ever exist. So, W's, let's move. I guess we won't reward the people who take nasty bets or think outside the box. We'll just give the squares the coins. God damn it. Luke Littler ejected Krabs? What, dude?
Ejected.
What does that mean?
What
not
if he gets thrown out of the darts match?
I know. Not everything's a trap. Imagine you get ejected from a fucking darts match, or you get like a technical. The other guy just gets one shot at a fucking bullseye for the
flagrant
win.
2.
Oh, steamed crabs on Tiger. No steamed crabs. All right, none today. All right,
Luke Littler turns into Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, he might. He might just start throwing some bows and getting ejected here. All right, let's get back to the board. All right, guys, I talked about ODU. I feel like that is probably the right play, and I like that narrative a little bit here for ODU after kicking off the troublemaker. Now the boys get to reset without him for the first game officially here, and that spread is, I think we can all agree, a little bit fucking short against the Raging Cajuns, who are also fan favorites mid-major. They're coming off of 4 wins in their last 5 games. ODU has lost 3 in a row. The only thing I don't love is that the last time these guys did play, but it was 2 seasons ago, ODU did win. Probably doesn't matter that much. A lot has changed since then, right? But ODU, also a team that's sharp all the time that never covers. So I'm probably not going to take it, but definitely a strong lean and a narrative play for ODU after kicking off their best player on the team.
Sure. Man.
All right. East Carolina, looking at you funny at all against Wichita after hanging around in OT?
Yeah, I like them. Don't love them. I don't know. I just think this is going to be a pretty gross, grinded out game. I forget who it was. We took East Carolina the first time against. It was pretty much the same line. Might have been USF, but same line at home and same type of game. So yeah, I like them on the ML. I don't know if I'm going to play it though.
Yeah, I didn't like that they already played and ECU beat them already in a weird 54-52 low scoring affair about 2-3 weeks ago. Don't love that, but I do like ECU in this spot, and I like fading Wichita after that legacy game against FAU. Sure, they didn't cover, but they took them to OT. It's good enough for me to fade. I definitely lean ECU. If that line keeps on moving, I might have to join the squad on that puppy.
Yep.
Okay. Keep on scrolling, dudes. Let's power through. Javon, if you've got plays in these mid-majors, please slow us down. Okay, but I'm going to have you just keep on powering through. All right. Lemoyne +2.
Flyers. W. Ben.
There we go.
Narrative.
There we go.
Huge.
Lemoyne +2. Should be a good look. Keep on moving.
Sam Houston.
I'm not taking him.
I might.
No way.
I might.
You're going to make me pull this up and look at this fucking game?
Well, so you remember, possibly worst bet of the season, FAU +7. I forget who it was against, but they lost by like 50. That next game, I ended up staying with it, and I think a couple people did because they were, I think, +1.5 to Sam Houston, and they beat him outright for one of their only good performances that they've had in like a month. So now they're -6.5 at home.
Huh. Yeah, that's weird. You're telling me we have to put real life coins on Sam Houston State once again?
Just saying, it's one that I really don't want to place, but I just look at it and I can't get it out of my head.
What are these guys' conference records? Do we know?
I can take a look.
Can we pull up their conference standings really quick? Can we see what's going on in Conference USA? Looks like FIU is 3-6 in conference. Sam Houston 6-3.
It's the best versus worst team.
Okay.
In conference.
Right. Yeah, taking Sam Houston, taking the best team in the conference should be a good luck, right?
With FAU or not FAU, FIU, they're just moose piss.
Yeah, I literally picture Brad Cornelson out there with like a fucking headband on his bald head.
Cornelson
J's on. There he is. Sure. I picture him going out there and just raining threes, just deep fucking half court shots, just balling, right? Oh, so you want to take Sam Houston, who's 8-2 at home on the season and has the best conference records against one of the worst teams in college basketball.
Yes, you know what I do. Revenge game.
Okay. All right. Revenge narrative. FIU did beat them before. Sure.
Yeah. FIU
could be a good Fugazi piece.
I said FIU covered that spread. Reverse spread.
Yes, they did. They won outright in that game. All right. Don't get too choked up over there. All right. We can take Sam Houston. Yeah. It's okay.
Might have to. Right. Got me ready to cry over here, man.
Gosh, man. We can take Sam Houston, Javon. Don't shed a tear. All right. I can get behind it. I just had to bitch about Sam Houston. Brings up bad memories. Okay. Sam Houston equals Tiger Woods equals Chiefs. Yep, that math checks out somehow. Okay. Gosh, can I get an update? Is Tiger looking good? Is he sitting in the middle of the fairway? Somebody let me know what's going on with that. Is he done a birdie his third hole in 5? Oh my God, there we go, Goots. Goots is literally at the tournament. Tiger tracker. Sure.
Yes, I'm at Riviera.
Nice, perfect shots. Could not be in a better spot. I bet. Oh, you couldn't place a golf ball better.
Oh my God!
That game made Crabs buy a jersey with Sam Houston -5.5 versus FIU. No, it wasn't.
Fuck.
He's about to take a shot right now.
Was it against FIU?
I think it was.
And yeah, let's watch this shot and then we'll move. No rush, goods. Was it really against FIU's?
Oh my God! It's a fucking dart. Oh my God. He's like 10 feet for birdie.
I bet he is. Here it goes.
There it is.
And watch this, guys. It's going to go right in the hole. Boop. There it is.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
goodness.
Let me get my binoculars out
was
real
the
quick and look
OT
at that
game.
green.
I do remember that. That was the OT game.
There we go, Goots. Yeah, that's literally Mima can make that putt for birdie. I bet. GG's. He might have 8 birdies today and shoot a 73. Yep. Seems like that's what he's going to do. He's going to birdie or bogey every single hole and end up around even. Could be cake, folks. Could be cake. Let me know when he makes that putt. All right. Maybe Littler goes over. Maybe Littler doesn't have his stuff today. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't have his fastball. All right. Don't give up yet. Okay, chat. Oh, Ron's having the time of his life watching this. Let's go, Tiger. Sure you can, Ron. W's. Javon, let's go back to some CBB. All right, get this shit off the screen. I'm sure chat will fill us in. How was the live experience? We talked about it a little bit yesterday. D-Wade, it was fire. Honestly, I thought they did a pretty good job. I had a lot more stuff up than the PGA and a lot of bars and, chilling and party vibes, I would say, compared to a normal PGA event. So I was in. I liked it. I had a good time. I got to see Phil. I dapped him up, gave him knuckles, asked him who his Super Bowl champ was. He laughed. So, that made my day. I had a good time. No complaints. If he gets an eagle, does that hurt the less than? That's a good question. I feel like it's birdies or better only. It has to be birdies. Eagles don't count.
I don't think the Eagles play a role in that now.
They don't. Was it like Scottsdale? Kind of. I mean, Scottsdale, Waste Management is obviously better. There's way more people there. The live tournament was not that crowded. But it was definitely somewhere in between, for sure. The Waste Management is still the best golf event to go to by far. It's not even close. That's the one you got to go to with your buddies. All right. Any James Madison fades today, Javon?
No, definitely not.
Not today, huh? Okay.
Not today.
We already talked about North Texas. What about Little Rock?
Little Rock.
What about Little Rock?
Don't tell me you want to do it, man.
I'm thinking about it, but again, Little Rock, a team that's sharp all the time, never respects coins, never comes through, except sometimes, but really rare. I like Little Rock in this spot. I mean, they're playing a really good Morehead State team, and that spread has moved down a ton. I hate seeing that minus 112 right there, but Little Rock definitely a short dog here, shorter than I expected. But this team has gotten respect at home for the last couple seasons, so I'm probably not going to bet it myself. Just a lean. Not going to be fooled by the books trying to get me on Little Rock once again here. Nice try.
Fair.
Not doing it. Keep on powering through, Goods. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Go, go, go. Radford. Here we go. Radford. Wow, down to +1, huh? That's interesting. Was not expecting that. They definitely were not that short of a dog earlier, I don't think. Or maybe they flipped or something. Were they a favorite earlier? I think they were -1.5. And now they're +1, which I hate. That's fucking crazy.
That might be cake.
Yeah, so Winthrop, the better team, right? 15-11. Radford 13-12. Radford has a couple guys, a couple good guards on that team, but they really have not put it all together this season. Both these teams recently not playing their best ball. Okay, and when these guys played back in January, Winthrop beat them 92-88 in a high-scoring affair by a couple. Now we're seeing Radford at +1, but they opened up a short favorite in this game. I hate the line flip. If the line didn't flip and they were still a favorite here, I'd be interested in backing Radford here at home, the Highlanders. But now that they're a dog again, I think I'm off. I want nothing to do with it with that line flip.
Yeah, I'm definitely stand on that game. Tell you that.
All right. South Alabama looking like the sharp side there against Texas State. Thoughts?
Yeah, I hate that game. Square under, probably, if anything.
All right. Keep on moving and grooving. We got I Burn and Breaks coming in, resubbing W's. Love to see that. Winning big, dropping a follow. Appreciate that as well. I like Purdue against Minnesota. Minnesota, by the way, Javon, 20-3 ATS this season. An unbelievable run it's been for Minnesota. This team just keeps on covering every single day, every single game. It's unbelievable. Surely they'll cover the 16.5 against Purdue, right? That's so many points. There's no way they don't cover and lose this game, right?
Yeah, this is, I think, a pretty good comparison to Auburn, South Carolina yesterday. It's a team that always gets a lot of line disrespect. So, I mean, all you've seen is, Minnesota is always in the spot. South Carolina is always in the spot, and they have figured out to come through. Well, now you're going on the road to probably in each conference the toughest home environment to get a win in. So
Yep.
Good luck. Have fun. I think Dawson Garcia may or may not play in this game too. So I mean, if I'm taking Purdue and he doesn't play, that's bad news or good news that I'd be willing to buy. So yeah, it's going to be tough sledding, and I especially think they roll because what we have coming up this weekend for Purdue, a fade spot for them because they're going up against the Chris Holtmanless Ohio State Buckeyes, and that is the one time I will be all in on taking Ohio State, no matter what the line opens up as. And I think that game definitely a pretty good shot to go down to the wire. So we take him today and we fade him 2 days.
W Budman. Love to see that. He's in. All right. Gophers play hard. Yep. So does every team. And then they lose. No Garcia. That hurts 100%. That hurts.
Good.
Sunday Red Apparel coming May 1st. Yeah, I'm going to need some of that. I'm going to need some of that. Tiger Woods, Taylor Swift. Jesus. Tiger Woods, Taylor Made. I mean, literally brainwashed right now. They're winning. They're in my brain. I need some of that fucking merch. The logo looks sick. I'm not going to lie. It's like a really cool looking tiger with some lines on it. Looks like he's making is this a birdie putt? Oh, God, it is. Chat. I know he's the GOAT. We need him to miss this one, though. Can't be having to make these. Let's go. It doesn't feel right against him, but I have to do what I have to do. It is what it is. Money's green. Business is business. It's not personal, okay? It's not personal at all.
You're a sick person. Yeah, it's crazy.
Only person on earth who just celebrated that. Unbelievable. He almost drilled that. Golly.
Yeah, it lipped out.
It did lip out. Yep. Why fade him when he came out with his new brand? I don't know what that has to do with his play on the field or on the course today, but I do want to cop some of his merch, and I am a Tiger Woods fan. I just want to, hit a PrizePicks entry. It's really that simple and not personal at all. And I found that fade, and it's going to hit. It will find a way to hit. Okay? I still believe. I do. All my three-piece tailors, all my guys who took the nastiest fucking entry of all time, we still have life. Okay? Do not give up. Javon, any late night CBB plays for you? I'm with you on Purdue. I want to lay with them. Probably one of my favorite plays today. Any late night geysers?
Yeah. I mean, we got some Pac-12 late night geysers, which you already talked about a little bit. What comes up first? I mean, obviously, I'm with you on Colorado.
Colorado has to be a play today. In love with that. Yep.
It has to be. Probably going to have to take USC too. I'm not going to lie. That game line kind of reeks too. Maybe not as much as Colorado UCLA because it's Colorado on the road against one of the hotter teams in the conference, but it's not too far behind. USC being a favorite against Utah. Utah is coming off a couple pretty disappointing performances, but this USC team, I feel like you've kind of started to feed off of the line respect like a little bit that they've been getting. So now it's kind of right back to the same story. And I do think they're going to make life pretty tough on the perimeter for Utah. Like the one place I guess you can say Utah has a little bit of the advantages, like in the paint. They're significantly bigger and just, I don't know, overall better on the interior, which I think could be a problem for a little bit, but that's not how Utah wins games. So like if you look at a lot of the more, I don't know, undersized teams in the paint that they've played, they haven't done all that well on taking advantage of it. So like I think USC is going to make it pretty tough. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an Isaiah Collier absolute snap spot. I guess him or Boogie Ellis or maybe Bronny James. He's on the board on PrizePicks. But I think other guards. He is on the board.
Ooh.
He is on the board.
Well, that's a free fade. Sure.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is today. But I think all the guards have really good matchups, and they're going to have to because I don't think they're going to be able to do too much scoring in the paint, to be honest with you, against Utah. So Boogie Ellis, Isaiah Collier, going to have to get to the free throw line a lot.
Yeah, Isaiah Collier is a guy who I definitely would not mind targeting. I was looking at his squares earlier. His assist square looks a little bit weird to me. Looks a little bit high with what he's been doing. I wouldn't mind taking his PRA or something like that, or maybe even just backing his assists. They've got a couple different options up for him, though. They do. But, yeah, that assist square was looking to be a little funny. It's a good sign, right? We do think USC is going to probably win this game or at least score some points against Utah with that total, opening up around 150. Even though it's come down, there's still going to be points in that game. It's not going to be 50-50. And that assist square was looking to me funny, my favorite one from that game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind taking his PRA. I made a secret gob with Trent last night, and I have his points in there because I don't know if you've
Ooh.
seen what he's been doing like since he's come back, but he is getting to the free throw line at a ridiculous rate. And if you have a guy who's, they have a little bit of a mismatch, not in their favor in the paint, they're gonna bring him out in like the high pick and roll, and he's just gonna be rim running the entire game and looking to get to the free throw line, especially if they're like struggling to score, which I could see happening for a little point or two in this game. So that's what I thought. The assist square does look pretty weird too, so I could be in.
Dude.
In a way, he just dotted you up again.
Dude.
So we got a sub bang in chat too. W's.
We got subbies. Big Wit coming in. W's 13 months. Baker's dozen. That's what I'm fucking talking about, Beast. Goots, get the hell up here, man. What are you doing? I need some Goots reporting here from the sidelines.
I mean, here we go. He's on hole 6, par 3. Sticks it text to the pin. I mean, he's dialed.
Is this for a birdie or is this for an eagle?
This is for a birdie. Yeah, it's for a birdie.
Fuck. How many feet are we looking at here, Coach?
It says 14 and a half or 14 feet.
That's right.
5
inches.
inches.
He
Right
can
in
make
the
that.
wheelhouse.
He
Yep.
can make that. All
He's
right.
definitely pissed after lipping out last hole. So
I guess we should maybe see how this plays out while we keep talking about USC here for a second.
I'll keep an eye on.
Because I'm not done talking about USC here with Javon because I want to talk about the side. So we can leave this off, Goots, and see if he makes his putt. He probably will. Look, Javon, I really wish Utah came into this game on fire. Like, I'd love to have Utah coming in on a nice little win streak here and being a dog to USC in this spot. Unfortunately, they're not. Unfortunately, they've been playing terrible recently as well. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games, worst stretch of the season, not getting anything going offensively. They're getting bitched around, giving up a ton of points. It has not been pretty for the Utah Utes of late. They're pretty much playing just as bad as USC has been in the last 2 weeks. It scares me a little bit. USC, we've seen them as a public or I guess a sharp spot a lot this season when they've been pretty bad, but still favored in a lot of spots. They're 10 and 14 ATS. They're not great. Okay, they really have not been coming through. That's what scares me a little bit. They're still public. They still have Bronny James. People still want to bet on them. I don't know if I'm going to rush to back USC money line, but I definitely lean that way. I just wish Utah came in playing better. Right now, they're playing like Musha.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Still with it though.
Still with it. Still betting it. Still feel good.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, they did like that Arizona State loss was really, really bad, but that was also, I know they didn't cover, which was painful, but I mean, they took Arizona to triple overtime. So, I mean, depends on how you look at it, but yeah, I would have loved if they came off a big win or two.
Okay. Lunch Money Bets, brother. I don't have the stream pulled up. I'm relying on my guy Goots to give me updates, and the screen is really small with all the chats pulled up. So that's on me, brother. I apologize. I will be better going forward. Okay. Let's hope he shanks his putt, though. Please. No puck talk is crazy. You want to head over there real quick, Javon? You want to head over the ice?
Let's head over the ice.
Okay. I want you to take command here. All right. But I do want it on record, chat. Favorite NHL play today. Favorite NHL play in a while. I'm really liking the Kings on the M out today after that shutout. I really am. Maybe, Javon, you start there and then go over your favorite plays for the next 5 or so. Let the people know where the winners are on the ice.
Yeah, I do like the Kings.
Good.
And I got to say, when you have a play that's really sticking out to you on the NHL board, it's been hitting. So, I mean, I'm definitely into ride with that.
Just announced Bedard is back tonight. What team is he on again?
Blackhawks.
Okay. I didn't remember if he's Blackhawks or Devils. I was hoping it was Devils for a second. Okay.
Yeah, not Devils. You got them back. You got Jack Hughes and the Devils. That's the star you need to worry about there.
He's a beast.
Yep. Yeah, he's a goat. He's probably going to rip tonight. So I wouldn't be really against that. So your favorite is the Kings. My favorite's probably the Flyers, which is right down there at plus 130. I think that game might honestly be a little lower scoring, hopefully from the Leafs end of things, which is why that total started to come down. So I'm with you there. I like the Oilers, like I talked about, to score goals tonight. I'm not laying a -1.5 because the Blues always find ways to steal coin. I think they could go punch for punch with the Oilers, but I know the Oilers, or at least I think I know the Oilers are going to score goals in this game. So give me the team total over 3.5 for the Oilers tonight. Flyers TTU is your favorite NHL bet. I don't know if I like that, but they could win a 2-1 game. I wouldn't be surprised. That was the exact thing that happened against the Panthers when we took them the first time. So don't have a problem with that as long as one of those points come from Couturier.
Sure.
But the one thing I have noticed or kept an eye on, that Flyers team total's gone from, I think, minus 115 to minus like 130, minus 135 overnight, which I kind of liked. Little low of an opener, but it is getting a little steam. So hopefully they come out and score goals today. Couturier is juiced up with the captain announcement, whatever it may be. So those are my favorite plays on the ice. Is there any lines that are kind of catching your eye? I guess the Lightning game is pretty interesting. Lightning Avs.
Yeah. I mean, the Lightning Avs game, I guess a little bit weird, right? You're saying, I'm assuming you're thinking, should Tampa Bay be that heavy of a favorite? I know they're not that heavy, but is that what you're pointing out there? You thought that'd be closer to a pick 'em a little bit in that game?
I did at first, but I don't know if you remember. You remember when the Avs were like really, really short dogs to the Senators that one game, and it was like the sharpest play of all time until a Noonan got announced in goal, and the Avs put up like 7. Well, a Noonan got announced in net today. Just like this is,
oh shit,
yeah, another line that probably makes a little bit of sense, I guess you could say, and I would not mind the Avs on the road here in Tampa. Probably, I don't like taking over 7s because that's like probably the worst bet in hockey because the percentages between taking it over 6.5 and 7 are like drastic. But if you can get a 6.5 somewhere, maybe it goes back down before the game starts. I think that game has 7 goals in it. I think it's going to be a pretty high scoring game, but I wouldn't be surprised if it lands on 7. But yeah, I don't want to trust in Noonan, so I don't know if I'll have coins on the Avs, but that game's going to have goals. I don't know. There's not too much else, I guess, on the slate that I'm really in love with. I might take a stab at the Sabres, but the
Sabres were the only other one, right, with a losing record and that, barely being a dog, I guess you could say, or opening up barely a dog. Now they're up to what, plus 125 most places.
Yeah,
plus 130 some places.
The problem with that is UPL is in net for the Sabres, and the Panthers are off a back-to-back, which I would love to buy, but UPL is also the goalie that was in net when the Sabres beat the Kings 7-0. So
shit.
He's coming off a shutout, and anytime I bet against a goalie coming off a shutout when I know I shouldn't be doing that, they come out and they look like the worst goalie of all time. So probably another game where I wouldn't mind some goals, getting a little plus money over 6.5 there.
Okay. Tiger putting for birdie.
Water.
There's no fucking way he just hit that, dude.
Oh, he's him.
Might
he
be
is
locked.
him.
Might be locked.
What kind of putt was that? That was a snake and a half.
Yep, it was a lag putt. It's a good putt.
Man, you know how fucking hard it is to tap the ball that lightly and still read the break right? What a freak.
That's why he's the GOAT.
So tapped.
Man, 3 birdies through 6. I bet. How did he make it? I don't know, Kobe, but he did because he's a fucking beast. Oh, man. He's back, folks. Don't fade the GOAT. He's just built different. Okay? My goodness. Asking how Tiger made that putt is hilarious. Oh, man. He's such a beast. That putt is made like 70% of the time by the pros. I would like to check the facts on that. I feel like it'd be more like 50-50. But somebody now, check the data.
70%.
Let me know in the chat.
I have to say, to wrap up Puck Talk, I do not think this is a smart bet, but I'm doing it anyway because I love this guy. I'll be taking a Dustin Wolf shutout today against the Sharks.
Wow.
Which, truthfully, I mean, I think that game, I do think they like probably get one, but Dustin Wolf is, I think, a lot better than people realize. Really, anytime he's up and playing for them, I love to take his saves against the Sharks. Like, I don't love to do that because I don't think they're going to rip many pucks on them, but I do think it's really a shutout or the Sharks win this game. So, like, that's taking all or nothing. It's like plus 700, which is not great odds for a shutout, but they're playing the Sharks, so there's not really much you can get. And they're coming off a shutout, so it's not a bet I love or usually take, but that's a biased tonsils Dustin Wolf bet.
Okay. What's up, Kyron? How we doing, Beast? Just watched Tiger Woods hit his 3rd birdie the first 5 holes, and I'm absolutely in fucking rat meat. Not good. We got J.M. Smith, 6'8", coming in, resubbing for 15 months. Sure he can. All right. Javon, do we want to go over to the NBA really quick, and then we could do a little squad ride talk?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have I don't have really anything. I know you have the Blazers. That's about.
We'll talk about the
About
Blazers
it.
here for a sec. Right. Look, Portland's getting 9 points against a team they just lost to by 12, literally 2 nights ago. And now they're running it back. I'm going to take a stab at Portland's on the spread here at home when they've been playing like rat meat themselves. And Minnesota has been on fuego. And like I just said, they beat them 2 nights ago at Portland. Have not left. This is the game right after that one. Okay. Looks like they get 2 days off in between them. Same case, for Portland as well. They had one night off, and then they're back to playing this game as well. But they've been on a crazy losing streak. This team has stunk it up all season. They are not good. But I have a feeling that with the spread being as short as it is, after we saw Minnesota beat Portland by more than this 2 nights ago, then Portland's going to show some hearts, and they're going to keep this one within 10 points. Give me the spread. I like Portland tonight. All right?
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Got to stop fading goats. Grabs Mahomes, now Tiger. Xander, I know, man. I know. The problem is I'm never going to stop. Never going to stop.
You're just wired that way.
It's just I'm built different. You guys don't understand how my brain works. And I wish I could help. Ayton, number 1 person on Pickett. Oh, yeah. Okay. Very popular square today. DeAndre Ayton. Great. Oh, sick pup. Yep, I'm a sick pup. It is what it is, K-Crowd. At least I know what I am. Fading Bronny tonight. I'm down. Although Javon, told me to take him the other night, and he still went under. But what are you thinking about tonight before we do squad ride, Javon? Bronny James talk, 6.5 points. He's a popular square today. And looks like the under should be free if you look at the chart. But it's Bronny James. Who the heck is taking his less than? Nobody.
Yeah, I don't know. It is like I think I've never seen it juicier for the over, which kind of scares me. But I would rather just not get involved with the square and take Collier and or Boogie Ellis. I think that's probably your best way to go around it, but I don't know if I would fade him.
Okay. That's fair. I'll probably fade him in some sort of sneak entry just out of principle.
Kind of figured. Yeah.
Yeah. UCSB is a name being thrown around right now from our guy in chats. Let's take a peep at that game really quick. It looks like they're laying, 5.5? Coming off of back-to-back losses. That's interesting. And they have played this team already this season. They did beat them already, though, at UCSB. So I don't know if I want to take that. Although he wants to take UC Santa Barbara's. See, I don't know if I want to get behind that, though. Javon, you think that spread is weird, or do you think that's where it is because we already saw San Diego beat this team by about 8 a month ago? What are we thinking about that spread?
Yeah, I mean, they beat them, and now they're at home. I think it's probably where it should be.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't really want to bet that. I know the Gauchos have been a really solid program, really solid team. They make the tournament about half the years from that conference, but I think I'm good. I'm back in the Gauchos on the road there with 5 points. I'm good on that.
Yeah.
We got Window Liquor 123 resubbing for 20 months. Sure we can. Crazy name, but W sub bang. Love to see that. We got Wink HTX resubbing for 13 months as well. A lot of 13-month sub banks. Love to see that. Okay. What was the NHL whale play? Happy you should ask. Okay. The whale play for me is the LA Kings on the ML, my favorite play on the ice in weeks. Okay. Javon, I think it's about that time, brother. Goots, run that damn train. All right, chats. We got to keep the squad ride train moving and grooving. Javon, great job last night with the over and that NBA game that cashed W free bets. Was never really a sweat at all. Let's craft up some plays like that on us. Okay. Kings ML.
Yeah, can start with your whale play.
Kings ML.
Oh, here we go.
What do you have to have in here?
It's my
what
favorite.
plays?
It's my favorites.
Huh.
It's like the same comments we got for the Flyers.
Flyers
Yeah,
running back on squad rides. I don't know. I feel like the Gen was sketching me out a little bit with that game.
He's taking team total under. Which,
if you put me on tape.
I mean, how many times do you see fat plus chicken in the best bets on the ice?
Usually when I do, good things happen.
Good things happen.
So that.
So yeah, I'll be taking the Flyers.
Okay. Are you feeling as confident with the Flyers as you were with that plus 170 cash last week?
Probably not quite, but pretty close.
Okay. All right. I'll give Javon credit. Last time he faded a goalie, I was high on, was wild in Vegas, so don't worry too much, lol. Okay. I mean, Javon, let's talk about some of the other plays and circle back. We can end up putting that in there if we want. What about Colorado on the ML?
Fine with Colorado.
Okay. Colorado ML. Sure. What about North Texas on the
Yes.
MLs?
Of course.
Super in on that. Super in on that. Chat, what else? What do you guys like? Portland +9, Sacramento State. We've got that Wazoo under. We got the Flyers ML skis we could put in there as well. Purdue spreads is something I definitely would not mind putting in there one bit. What do we think of chat? Blazers. Would not mind the Blazers at all, to be honest with you. Purdue spread, USC. USC, a lot of USC late steam here. Okay.
Just my
Thoughts on those three plays, Javon? USC. Oh, God. Sam Houston's in there as well. USC, Purdue, Sam Houston, and Portland.
Could I throw another one into the mix?
Sure. There he is, folks. There he is.
He's alive. Alive. I really can't get the Oilers team total out of my head, which is weird because it's not a spot that I would usually love coming off of 8 goals, but the coin stealing Blues are not stealing coin today, at least in that department. Now Trent can get behind that, but
all right, you want to take Oilers team total over 3.5?
Yeah, it's getting juicy. Wow, -140s.
Let's see. Edmonton team total over 3.5. You still want to put it in with that juice?
Yeah, we'll take it. It's gonna hit.
All right,
-140.
Sure.
We lock that in.
So we've got Kings ML, Colorado ML, North Texas ML, Edmonton team total over 3.5. What else, Javon? Wouldn't mind Purdue. Wouldn't mind Flyers ML that you're in love with, right? I would not mind Sac State or Portland +9. Wouldn't mind Purdue on the spread.
I mean, I already got a play in there, so you tell me what's catching your eye out of those plays.
Let's go Purdue. Let's go Purdue.
I'm in.
I feel like Purdue's a winner today. They win by 20+. Brownie over point squad rod, I bet. Let's go with Purdue, chats. Looks like they're laying 16.5 right now. No way they don't cover against Minnesota, who's been a wagon 20-3 ATS this year. I fucking bet. Now they're getting 16.5 points. Should be a good look. Chat, 5 plays, 5 winners. We're going to do a quick squad ride vote here, and then we're going to pass off the baton to Trent for the Surge stream. Listen up. Lock in your votes. Hurry up. Go, go, go. You have 1 minute. We've got the Kings ML, Colorado ML, North Texas ML, Edmonton team total over 3.5, and Purdue -16.5. All right, hurry up. You got 1 minute to vote. Go, 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 go. Hurry up. All right, Krabs, Javon, any thoughts about the Jazz? Warriors flushed them by 30 3 nights ago. Now they're laying -1.5. Definitely lean the Jazz, but not in a rush to fade the Warriors after they're making some lineup changes. So I'm with you. I lean that way, but I'm not going to bet that myself. Javon?
Yeah, I got a bad feeling going back to the Jazz, even though they did just get dumped by the Warriors a couple days ago. But now they're both off of a back-to-back, so I just feel like this is going to be a super weird game where I don't really want to mess around fading the Warriors.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I don't want to fade them in the foreseeable future with some of these changes they're making. So we are going to fade a popular play on the ice today. And back to Kings, though, with the squad rod, Javon. We're fading the Devils.
Sure.
Public darling, a team that people like, young, up and coming, right? Not today, though. The Kings, coming off a 7-0 shutout, Javon, are going to bounce back with a big-time win on the road. Chat, we'll meet you guys at the cash counter. It's the Kings ML for the squad ride. Let's stay hot. Let's keep printing. And let's not forget, all right, we're going to drop some prize pick squares later, but we got the Surge stream starting up right now with Booking with Trent. Stick with us. Keep the vibes up. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be seeing. Peace, guys.